At first, when I saw the trailer for Love to Hate You, I didn't think much of it. Man, was I wrong when I actually watched this show. The trailer does not do this show justice. This was easily one of the best rom-coms I've watched to date. Everything was so perfect in terms of storytelling to the actors. I watched a show after watching a show called Vincenzo, and if you know anything about my channel, it's that I usually stick to rom-coms. After watching Vincenzo, I wanted to eagerly get back into watching rom-coms, and I'm glad I picked to watch this show. One of the main reasons I did decide to watch this show was because it only had 10 episodes. I do really wish this show had more episodes though, as in the beginning everything was progressing pretty slowly, but like usual with these short rom-com K-dramas, everything happened in the last couple of episodes. I feel like I would have liked this show more if it had more episodes. I'll give you an example as to why it should have been an 16 episode K-drama. The reason is because I hated how the side characters had their romance late in the show. Woonjun and Nayeon only had their romance start nearing the end of the show, which I did not like. Yes, everything did progress smoothly and like normal. I liked that they did not rush into it, but they could have still introduced their story a little earlier in the show. However, I really enjoyed the story of Woonjun and Nayeon. They had a sweet little romance, and I actually started to like this storyline more than the main one. Every time they came on camera together, I was thinking to myself, is this finally gonna be the scene that they get together? They did eventually get together in the last 10 minutes of the show, as Woonjun rolled up in a limo and brought her flowers and proposed that they start dating one another. It was a great little storyline apart from the main one, and I enjoyed this one the most. The main story, however, was not bad whatsoever. The concept of the show was new and it was refreshing. It wasn't in your typical rom-com setting. The main lead was super cool, as she was basically like a superhero in the show, as she went around and served bad boys justice. I really liked the chemistry between the two main leads, as they were both naturals. Before I talk about their story, I wanted to touch on Sena's character. She was introduced to us as Kang Ho's first love, and she is referred to as the nation's first love. I like how they spiced up the story a little bit with introducing us to Sena. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did feel a little bad for Sena, as Kang Ho was definitely being a little too harsh on her whenever she talked about their past relationship. There was one point in the show where even Miran was trying to get these two back together, as she noticed Sena still had feelings for Kang Ho. They ultimately did not get back together. Honestly, I would have not been mad if those two got back together, as that would have been a huge twist in the story. Now back to the main story. Kang Ho was amazing in his role in the show. He was referred to as the god of romance because he has done numerous films/movies with the romance genre. The story was great, and I thought everything was going to be going smoothly up until got to the last episode. Everything happened so fast in the last episode that it was a little hard to take all of it in. Miran got caught up in a scandal, and because of that, the two main leads had to break up. The scandal was that Miran was known as a person who picks up guys at the bar and dumps them later on. The scandal did eventually go away, as one of Miran's previous boyfriends went on the news, cleared her name. This was a huge twist in the show that I did not see coming. I thought everything was going to be good, but it isn't a K-drama without a twist. The show actually had me thinking that they were gonna for real break up, that you would never see both of them again. Honestly, there isn't much else to talk about this show. It's a very simple and easy show to follow in terms of storytelling, and I thank the producers for that. This show is the literal definition of do not judge a show by its trailer. That can't be said for a lot of shows, but it can be said for this one. For my rating, I give this show an 8.5 out of 10. This show got an 8 out of 10 from IMDb, so I think it deserves the 8.5 rating from me. Once again, it was a simple show that had me wanting to watch more and more. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and the next video I'll be uploading is going to be about Vincenzo. I've actually completed Vincenzo a couple of weeks ago as when I'm recording this video. The main reason why I did not post that review first was because Love to Hate You just came out, and I'd rather review a show that is new instead of old. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
주던가 네가 나를 잡던가 잡힌 손을 주던가 오늘도 이렇게 너를 보낸다 너의 발을 맞추려 할 때마다 넌 빠르게 걷는 걸 느껴 Oh my mind 말도 못한 채 네 옆에 서 있는 내가 널 안아볼 수 있다면 여기까지였던가 여길 가도 되던가 애매하기만 하다 나의 손을 그어주던가 네가 나를 잡던가 잡힌 손을 주던가 오늘도 이렇게 너를 보낸다 손을 주던가